Oh, I say
You say hello?
hello. I suppose we shouldn't whisper. It'd probably be better if we actually spoke.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
Well, hi guys. It's nice to be live with you again and have a good session to hang out and just, I don't know, keep each other feeling good vibes.
Yeah, feels good too. The sun just came out. I feel
It
happy.
does. It does. Well, how should we begin?
I have no idea. I don't know. You want to just talk about the state of things?
Oh, about life. Yeah,
Yeah.
so right now we are back on the farm out in Chapel Hill. Thanks, Azalea. And well, we were supposed to be here for about 2 weeks, but I think we're going to be staying here a bit longer. And it's actually really nice because we're out in the middle of nowhere and we're able to like step outside of the bus without feeling the effect of what might be happening in bigger cities. So it's really nice to have that breath of fresh air and nature and space and all that. So we're really grateful to be where we are right now.
Yeah, it was great timing too. I can only
Yeah.
imagine a lot of our traveling friends being kind of caught in the middle of wherever they were and having to go and either go back home or find a space to go back
Yeah.
to just kind of lay low. So we're really, really appreciative to have this like nature bubble that we get to stay
For
in.
sure.
you know?
Maybe you guys could tell us all, like whoever's jumping on board now, where you guys are all at, and how things are for you. Just like good, bad, hopeful, all that kind of stuff. We'd love to hear about how everyone's doing, and where you guys are all located at, I guess.
So, question:
Yeah.
what do you think's been the toughest part
Of
so
what?
far?
Of everything that's happening right now?
Yeah.
I think just not being close to friends. That's been really hard because I
Yeah.
feel like spring and we were like one of our goals for this year was to be like more good about hanging out with people
And make more friends.
Yeah, and now all of a sudden we have to isolate. Oh man.
Yeah,
Well,
that's a good one.
there's so many of you coming on board. It's nice to see you all here.
Yeah, what's up, guys? Thank you
Yeah.
for joining us.
Yeah.
Can we not eat that, please? Thank you.
Do you have something you want to say, Azalea?
Yeah, do you want to say hello? Hello?
Who is it in the video?
That's you. Say
Yeah, I think also it's been interesting trying to like take Azalea into town and just keep an eye on her and like the whole hands and face thing. Like she's clearly not aware of all of that, so definitely doesn't abide by the rules. But yeah, we're so far still well, no issues here, and we are just glad to be here with you guys. So I guess if you have questions, let's do questions. If you want to ask us anything, if you have been wanting to see or hear something in particular on our videos, and haven't been able to, yeah, just feel free. It's like the floor is yours. Just let us know what you want to hear from us. We just are here to, I don't know, make space for connections.
and have a isolation party.
Yeah, from afar. Let's go through some of these comments.
Also, too, before we start the questions,
Go for it.
I want to say, just put out there all the appreciation that we have for the folks on YouTube and Instagram and all those different channels for supporting us and following us, and especially the patrons too. Just want to give you guys some big love, big thank you. And Azalea, that was your version of thank you, yeah.
Gosh, you guys are from all over. Pretty rough in Brooklyn and in Italy. Oh my gosh. Just hoping all you guys are staying safe and doing well. Hey, where are your sunglasses? Here. I'll wear yours. You wear mine. That's fine.
Nice. They actually fit around your head.
They're really blurry, babe. Can you help me read those comments? There's fingerprints on them.
Oh my goodness. Okay. All right. So we'll dive into questions then, yeah?
Go for it.
All right,
I've
cool.
been skimming them. Everyone's just spreading love, which is amazing.
It's awesome.
Yeah. Okay, go back up. You skipped all the way down. There's a lot of questions.
Ooh,
all
I
of
see
a sudden.
one.
Go from the top, babe. Otherwise, we're gonna lose our way.
Oh man, I missed that one. I wanted to do that one.
No,
It's
we'll
about
go
the
slowly.
bees.
If we miss your question, we're really sorry. We're gonna do the best we can to get all of you guys.
All right. What do you got?
You choose.
Well, no, you found it. Go ahead and start with one.
No,
Check it
I'm
out.
not. I'm just looking through. I'm sorry you missed my hair, Palma. It'll grow back. I say, do you want to watch Azalea?
Oh, here's one.
Where?
From Gala Infinita. Do you find it challenging to live in a bus with a child? Love you guys.
We don't really know it any other way, so no. Although there are definitely some days when I'd like to leave the bus and have a bigger house and like have a door and be able to like put her in a room to sleep and be able to walk away and make noise. So yeah, there are definitely some luxuries I think of house life that we could really benefit from. But no, you?
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't really see it. You're right, because it's the only way that we've actually known it.
Yeah.
Since we've had her, we've been in the bus, but I think there's just like the difficulties are just in general what you would have with a child, you know. I mean, just having the patience, having to always keep them occupied. I mean, you got those general difficulties. I mean, if I could ask for anything, it'd be a laundry machine.
Oh, yeah, that would be nice. That is
Yeah.
something that we're a bit worried about with
I mean,
everything
I would
that's
wash the
happening.
dishes
Or at least me.
if I could just have a laundry machine.
Yeah, I would love a laundry machine. Okay, so how are you still keeping up with the bees and Juby's business? This is a really good question, and we about that.
You want to go first?
You want me to?
Yeah.
Okay, so for my business, everything is kind of as usual. Sales have definitely slowed down, which is to be expected. But I am still going to the post office just Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and I literally just go in and send my packages and then come back out. But I am actually having a sale because it was the spring equinox over the last few days all over the world, or I guess the northern hemisphere. And so I have some things I'm going to show you. Okay, so for every order more than $30, you guys get a spring equinox essential oil blend, which you can use in your bath or, you know, like, you know, on your wrist. It's concentrated essential oil, so I wouldn't want you to put too much, but you can use it with coconut oil and dilute it. You can put it in a diffuser. Yeah, you can do lots of things with it. So that is awesome. If you spend more than $30, everybody gets that. You get a promo code. And then the other thing as far as for spring celebration is I have all these journals. And they're really, really beautiful. And they're actually on sale. So if you'd like one, instead of $28, they are $21. And yeah, so the sale is going to be until 31st of March, and the discount code is Spring Equinox. And if you want to like read more about it all, you can check out Instagram. I posted about it there as well. So if you want to read back, or if you miss the live stream. And so yeah, I guess business for me is as usual. My I guess plans for the rest of the month are probably going to be here. Okay, would you like one? Here, I'll give you one that's closed. You can look at it. My plans for the rest of the next few months, I guess, is kind of maybe going to be up in the air. It just depends on how everything goes as far as globally and health-wise. So things have slowed down, but I'm still running business as usual, and your support is much appreciated because that is a big aspect of how we make a living on my side. So yeah. You?
For me, the bees?
Yeah,
the bees. Oh my gosh,
the bees keep working regardless.
Yeah, the bees are not self-isolating, which is very fortunate for us. Yeah, so I mean, for us, it's a really, really important time of year. It's the springtime, and so this is primarily when a majority, well, in our part of the states, all of the honey is made. And so I'm still going out and seeing and inspecting hives. I mean, a lot of the hives that we have installed across the triangle are in folks' backyards. And so, like, if the host wants to come out and join in the inspection, you know, we keep like a reasonably distant space between us. And yeah, I mean, we're gonna keep
gentle. Don't hit me. Oh, don't hit Mama, please. Are you feeling frustrated? Do you need space? Okay, hold on. You can take space down here though. You can't stand up here and hit us though. We don't like it when you do that.
That's cool. You can have your space.
Look, see if you can find a duck. There's a duck.
Quack, quack.
Where?
So with the bees, yeah, we're still doing things as normal. I'm gonna keep going out. I mean, hopefully, like everyone's been talking about this, like North Carolina lockdown or whatnot, and so I don't know what exactly that's going to entail about restricting me from going around and checking on the bees. But I'll tell you the truth, I'm gonna just keep continuing business like normal. I mean, a business doesn't require big groups of people to come together, and so we're not necessarily at risk. And if I were to miss out on this springtime for the next couple months, man, that would be really would be not great for the bees. Yeah. So I'm continuing like normal, and so yeah, and yeah, I'll just be really sad to be missing out on the bees like that.
Especially this season, it's such like a fun season. It's like it's time for everybody to come out of their homes, and we're all having to go back inside our homes. So
Yeah,
it's
that's
definitely
another,
difficult.
like you said, I'll
Yeah.
resonate too, is that the springtime is like the time for people to come together, like more like bonfires. That's why it's so hard to stay away from friends.
I
too,
know.
you know?
This question is really good.
What's that?
Yes, Anya. She's going in the fire.
Oh God, she's all right, guys. You take this question. I've got to get her out of the fire pit. Hang on.
Okay, so how do you stay grounded with all of this going on, and what do you do to stay chilled? Babe, what's your secret? What's your juice on that? Okay, so for me, I've been doing like daily movement. I've been trying to do yoga. I've been trying to breathe deeply, and just sort of like remember to smell the flowers and just admire everything that nature does, regardless of everything that we are going through as species. So just like being together as a family and watching movies and just living life as best we can, as normal, I guess, as we can. Oh my gosh, she's coming on the table. And yeah, Azalea is a big distraction, so I'm grateful for that. Babe, what's yours?
What was the question? I want to answer.
How do you stay calm and like grounded?
Oh, how do I stay calm and grounded? Yeah. Oh man. Well, I go into my beehives and I talk to the bees. Another thing I've been doing is checking in with close friends and relatives a lot more often. And I've been sending a lot more GIFs lately. Is that what you say? Yeah. GIFs or GIFs?
That's what keeps you grounded.
I've been sending a lot more GIFs. And the reason is just to like keep it super lighthearted and keep it fun and like keep people like happy and joking and okay. You wanna get out? Yeah. Be free.
Oh my gosh.
Bye, little butterfly. So yeah, I don't know. I've just been trying to keep like a positive mindset and just like trying to make people laugh more often. I think that's like just the mentality is huge. So all right, so what is this live chat thing we gotta go through?
Well, it just like disappeared and then came back. I don't know.
Oh wait, you have to go and click
we
up
have
that
friends giving us money. It's so kind of you guys.
Well, did somebody ask a question with this one?
Yeah.
You want to read it out?
Hello from Houston, from Emmeline. You guys are amazing and so inspiring. What's the first step to a lifestyle like yours? Love you. Well, thanks for the love. First step to the lifestyle, more rural, just learning to work harder for things that come like more easily when you live in a home. Like we kind of have, what are they called? Navy SEAL showers? What do you call
Navy showers.
Navy showers. Like our showers are not long and luxurious, and we don't, use a lot of water. So that's maybe something that's like a sacrifice. But at the same time, we shower in a beautiful, like tiled shower, and then we really appreciate our showers. So just like shifting our mindset to, shifting your mindset, I think, for like, I don't know, like having to clean out your own poo and like do things that are a little bit harder, and owning less stuff and not spending as much money and all that kind of stuff. That's definitely all changing your mindset so that you can live tiny and alternative lifestyle.
Yeah, I want to answer.
Okay, good.
Are you watching?
Okay, good.
All right, so when I think about first step to a lifestyle like ours, I go back to the very, very beginning, and one thing that stuck out to me was learning how to love and improve myself and my mentality and all that good stuff. I mean, honestly, like whether you're going for a lifestyle like ours or like any other type of lifestyle, any lifestyle that fits like you, I think one of the keys from the beginning is learning how to work on yourself, improve yourself, love yourself, appreciate yourself. I feel like that's a door that once you figure out how to do that, then so many other doors open up. So I think a good starting point is just make sure you're content with who you are and allow yourself to grow and love yourself. That is the first step of picking any type of lifestyle or any type of person you want to be. Start with doing that, and you can go anywhere.
Hi from everywhere. You guys are from all over the world. It's so amazing. I really hope everybody's doing okay.
Weezykin said, "Feisty Azalea." You're 100% right. She's so feisty.
She's been real sassy lately. She gets that from me, I think.
Yeah. You see her in the background with that creepy stare.
Creepy.
Amelia.
She gets the eyebrow from
Amelia Ediza. I hope I said that right. What's up? I've seen your YouTube comments as well.
Yeah.
Sending big love to you, bud. It's been a long time.
Careful, Azalea.
Be careful, my love.
She's like, I want to go for a ride.
All right, you control this.
Okay.
Do
I'm
you
going
have
to
a
keep going
question,
down.
or just do a general comment? Give someone a shout out.
You are the shout out maker.
Oh, can I
I
shout
can never
out? Let me
decide.
shout
There's
out.
too many good ones.
All right. Miss Emily Jane said hello from Michigan. What's up, Emily Jane? Is it still cold there? Is it still winter
Being
there?
outdoors really helps more. I believe it. Being outdoors has been amazing for us, honestly. Yes, we are doing well. We are doing safe. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you something about my business too. I just got some new jewelry in from a fellow maker, and so they're going to be. I guess they already are at 3 p.m. today. They will have dropped on my website. It's a bunch of like sterling silver rings and a necklace is on there as well, but mostly rings. So yeah, there's that. Have to just keep going business as usual, you know, with the hopes that everything is gonna pass. Okay, let's see. Am I gonna be growing my curly hair out super long? From Violetta. Well, I'm so used to not cutting my hair that I haven't really been cutting it. So at this point, I don't really know at what length it's gonna stay. It's just gonna keep growing until I guess I realize that I need to cut my hair again. But yeah. Do you guys think that the social distancing in situations like this is harder with our lifestyle? From author. Or easier?
I have thoughts and opinions.
Okay, share it. I want to hear it.
So, is it harder in our lifestyle? I think that it can be because if you were like living in a van or in a bus,
you didn't have a place.
Yeah, if you didn't have a place to go to park up, I mean, a lot of the state parks and national parks are closing up. I mean, like a lot of people are closing their doors because they're freaked out and they want to stay safe. So yeah, I mean, it could be for us. We're in a particular situation that really, really worked out well.
Timing was great too.
Yeah, but I think that it definitely could. So, you know, if there's if you ever find yourself with the chance to help somebody in this lifestyle, or maybe you have a little bit extra space for them to park, please do like put it out there and offer it up if you can. You know, there's a lot of websites that we use, Boondockers Welcome being one of them.
People still offering their homes, right?
Yeah, people are still like, and more people are signing up just to offer like their driveways and pieces of land that they have, so that people have places to go, and that's huge. You know, in the traveling world, you don't necessarily always have a home base to go to, and so it's really important that those folks who are traveling don't feel like they have nowhere to go. So anyway, something to keep in mind if you have the means to help out. What do you think?
Well, I just was going to switch it up. I know a lot of you are always asking if you want another baby. We've talked about it. Not right now.
Is there you want a brother or sister?
We would like a house, I think, before we do that, just to have like a landing pad. I don't think that we'll live in a house like full time around the year. Mainly because we get stir crazy. We like to go to new places and do things all throughout the year. And I think if we stay somewhere long enough to like own a house and only live in the house, we would go bonkers. But I think we'd like to buy either land or a house or something before we talk about having another baby, just because we don't want to outfit the bus any more than we already have for the situation that we've got.
Oh my gosh, I send so many kudos to folks that have like more than one kid in the bus. Absolutely stellar. Unbelievable.
Impressive.
Yeah.
Not that we wouldn't be able to. I definitely think we could. I just don't think we want to. But yeah. We're just going to play it by ear.
We also like it's hard. We're having a hard time deciding where exactly to get like a little home base to set up too. So if you have any suggestions, let us know.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. All right. Let's see what else is on.
All right. Cool. Let's see. Dun, 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 dun.
Can you wave? Say hi. Can you blow kisses?
Oh man, here's a question that's appropriate. Yesenia Ramirez. Question: can y'all name one place you've visited in the States that you would love to live besides North Carolina?
Oh, that is really hard though.
We talked at one point. It was a very short conversation.
What?
It wasn't in depth.
What?
St. Pete,
Oh,
Tampa
yeah,
area.
that place was really cool.
Yeah, St. Pete, Tampa area was
Good
nice. Like
vibes.
really great beaches and really great people.
Yeah. But then also I would miss the things like what we found, the isolation that we found like in Vermont, because in Florida I feel like even in the country it was still quite like crowded with people.
Maybe.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I guess St. Pete.
Vermont, yeah, Vermont was beautiful
I wouldn't
too.
live there though.
Yeah, but it was also very, very isolated.
Yeah,
but
was a little bit
also,
too much
like, it was the
isolation.
beauty there was unbelievable. Where else?
Honestly, that's it. Nowhere on the East Coast. I'm over it. I'm done with the East Coast.
Well, we've done like the entire East
Yeah.
Coast, and so we haven't done West Side yet, and so we still got a lot of.
I'm excited.
Oh, is that Benji? Is that Benji Rodriguez? Oh, what's up, Benji? Hey, love you, man.
Our original plan was to go was to go west at the end of May, early June. But obviously, with everything that's happening right now, we're kind of up in the air with our plans. And so we're just kind of waiting until things settle. I'm probably going to stay here on the farm before heading west. But our hope is that maybe we could find something out west. And if not, then we've talked about going back to our original meeting place back in Hawaii and getting a place out there. Excuse?
Richard Jackson said, "What are you guys drinking?"
Oh, coffee.
Dark and stormy.
No, but we have been today working on an outdoor table to attach to the bus, so we'll have like a little bar top to put adult beverages on. You guys are so silly.
Oh my gosh.
You guys are so silly.
Okay. Ow, 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 ow.
Come to Ireland.
Ireland would be great.
I've heard it's really beautiful. I've actually never been out there.
And you lived over there.
I know. I was just busy doing other things when I was that age, living in Europe. So, but yeah, I would love to. I've heard a lot of good things. I have a couple of Irish friends, and they're really, really very loving people and fun to be around. And I love that. Yeah. Okay. Keep scrolling. Let's see. She reminds. Oh.
Ow.
God, this thing is tricky to navigate. Big Island. That is actually, that's very awesome. We talked about that. And actually what we can afford is like in the lava zone. So I don't know. To reconsider maybe our location.
You have to get some really good insurance.
Yeah. It's probably really expensive just to get that insurance.
They said spiked coffee? Question mark. They said that.
Do you have in plan to buy a tiny house or apartment one day? Yeah, we talked about that, but it probably won't be an apartment. I think we both have agreed that we definitely want land. I don't know that it'll be strictly like a tiny house, like the traditional tiny house. Whoa. But it'll definitely be some type of alternative type of home.
What's the question?
Are we going to buy a tiny house or an apartment one day?
Oh yeah, we gotta have a little bit of property so we can plant some veggies and whatnot.
Grow some of our own produce, especially with everything that's happening right now. Like all the more reason to want to grow your own produce at your house, so you don't have to like go to the grocery store, especially if it's gonna be sold out and all that kind of stuff.
I feel like there's this transition that happens in you too. Like when we were younger, before we started, when we started traveling, there was part of me that still like wanted to be around the city and around the action. And now that I'm a little bit older, I just kind of like am beginning to feel like I just want to be in the country now. I think that's what happens to all the people as they get older. They're just like, don't bother me. I'm going to the country. You know. All right. Be careful, Zay.
It keeps scrolling. Every time I go to scroll it, it like jumps. But okay, so there's a couple that I have that I've seen, but I don't know where they are anymore. So I'm paraphrasing. But Azalea's middle name is Soleil, which is a French word and it means the sun. And the other question was, would we ship our bus to Hawaii? And the answer to that was, we have discussed it. We could potentially do it. We wouldn't not do it. But we've discussed like having a home base. If it was Hawaii, we'd buy land, have a house in Hawaii, and then keep the bus here on the mainland, either like poke it up somewhere and list it on Airbnb for the seasons or months that we're not traveling in it. And then when we do want to come back to the mainland, we have a home that we can also go somewhere in. So we could like, come back to California and then travel to, I don't know, Ohio or wherever.
One of the things I'm recognizing
So yeah.
is how it's always consistent. Like we always get this itch to try something new and be going a different place eventually. You know, we might want to settle down.
She's like hugging the tree. Pops, you told her that, didn't you?
Yeah, she's an official tree hugger now. Hug that tree. You give it some love.
Can you give it a kiss?
One of the things that I know is like if we get a spot, like I want to be able to just get up and go whenever we want to.
Yeah.
And spend like 6 months on the road or 6 months in a different country.
Not feel trapped anywhere. You know?
Yes. So that's the most important part.
Like held back by a mortgage that's so expensive that we can't afford to travel or anything like that. I think we'd much prefer to have like a cheap mortgage and slowly build onto the house and like make it this funky, weird, like alternative style house that would eventually make the value of it more. But upfront, our payments would be low. Right?
Yeah, sorry, I was just reading questions.
No, you can. It's hard to like process your thought and then like keep up with everything. I mean, I want to respond to everybody, but then we'd be on here for like a whole week straight.
Carla Fox said, watching your channel has really challenged me to live a life of gratitude and growth and not of expectancy.
Awesome.
Thank you, Carla. We appreciate that.
We try not to expect anything in life. I think we're hard workers, and it's nice to just like put a lot of yourself out there, and in return you never know what you'll get back, but not having the expectation is priority, I guess.
I think also too, hearing those kind of words really puts fuel in our fire for putting the time and energy into these videos every week, because I know you really put a lot
they
of
take
time
a lot
and
of time
energy
to
in
make.
this.
I hope you guys enjoyed like our business series or whatever. We did like my business and then Justin's business, and then actually this past week we were supposed to do the third of the series, which was going to be on YouTube and Patreon specifically. I should have brought a t-shirt with me. That was so stupid. So with everything happening, I was just high stress to like edit the video and keep up with everything, because we were just like a little behind, and it's a lot of work, like keeping up with the content that you're going to make into a video and then like editing it, which generally is only me, and it depends on how intricate the video is, but like it can range from like 3 hours to like 2 days, and that's like I'm not doing anything else. Like I'm not checking emails, I'm not literally not doing anything else. Like generally I don't even post to Instagram on those days. Like it's just YouTube editing, you know. But speaking of, that reminds me, you want to say about the Patreon?
Yes, but first I want to give a shout out.
Okay, go.
I actually want to give 3 shout outs.
Okay, cool.
Is that cool?
Yeah.
Dreddy Bill, what's up, man?
Oh, hey.
I love that he always puts the shock out there. That's awesome.
I just saw your beard up on Instagram. Your picture popped up on our stream. I was like, oh,
nice beard.
I knew you had a beard, but it's very robust. Unlike Justin's, he shaved his.
How do you guys feel about it? I think all this isolation.
Mustache.
Shut up, man. This isolation just had, I had to go for it last night. I was losing my mind. Some other people I want to say hey to: Antonio and Millie from Italy. What's up, guys? I've been emailing back and forth with you guys. Sending our best and support and love to you guys from afar. And then another one, babe. Guess who's here?
Oh, who is it? Oh,
Sob
Mommy.
Energy.
Hi.
She said, "How's my
grandbaby?" She's over here.
What's up, moms?
She's hanging out. I don't know, doing weird stuff. It's good to see you, Mama. Well, see your text. Now say about the Patreon.
Oh, what am I supposed to say?
Oh, and Amy Smith. Hey. Oh, wait. Okay, different Amy Smith, but still.
What's up, Amy Smith? Other Amy Smith.
Unless you are the same Amy Smith.
Yeah.
I don't know. Probably not. Okay, no.
What am I supposed to say about Patreon?
Well, okay, so we meant to also tell you this because our Patreon, for all new patrons and current patrons.
Yeah. Did you guys see that dope shirt that she made?
I have to post it.
Oh, you didn't post it?
I don't think I posted it. That was so silly. I'll post it.
Keep an eye out for it.
Tomorrow.
It's pretty amazing.
Yeah, I drew a line drawing of red pepper or bus, and printful prints, like screen prints of it, and you can drop ship purchase it from my website. But for all new patrons, we're doing a 30% discount on that t-shirt, so you can get it for a cheaper price. And I've been wearing mine like just about every day, especially since we haven't been doing laundry. This is probably like the first day I haven't worn it. Well, just being real here, whatever, it's not really ideal to be doing laundry when the COVID-19 is hanging about. So anyhow, yeah, for any new patrons and current patrons, if you guys are on here as well, if you just let us know, or rather we will let you know the promo code so that you can get the discount on the Moonflower Child website. And yeah, we appreciate any and all new patrons, and you'll see more about that on the next video. But you have until the end of the month. Is that what we decided?
Yeah.
The 31st of March to sign up as a patron and get that discount code.
Okay, I've got a really good one, right? Here's one from Wild Warrior Mama. It's important to show people the beauty and magic and challenges of this lifestyle. A lot of misconceptions out there, which leads me to think.
Okay, yeah.
What are your misconceptions, you think, of this lifestyle?
Yeah. I mean, I think the same one that I always go back to is that people think that we didn't choose to live this way. I think we're much more happy living this way. We have less concerns to clean the house. I mean, we still clean the house, but like we have less like
we sweep like 5 times a day.
But we just spend less time cleaning the house, and we spend less time doing like things around the house, like, fixing the drywall or whatever. I mean, we still do house chores, but like much less often. And the fact that we can go anywhere with our house, like our front yard is just different every month. And we've seen so much of the US, and we've only been traveling for like 4 or 5 months. And I think the misconception is that like, I don't know. I don't honestly, I don't even know where I'm going with this thought. Like the fact that we get to travel everywhere and go to all these different places and experience all these different cultures, I guess, within the American culture of the way that people choose to live has been really inspiring. And it's helping us to understand what type of life we want to live. And that the life that we are living is actually one that we've always wanted. So like, having fires at night and being outdoors a lot, being much more in tune with like our consumption and our waste. Yeah. What else? Well, Gigi is watching you. I'm sure your auntie is probably watching you also. Azalea, put on your best face.
So misconceptions, that wrap it up for you?
Yes, yeah, you take it. I think I was sidetracked.
Yeah, my thought on misconceptions for the lifestyle. I think Azalea is actually taking it now. Don't press end, please.
No.
My thought on misconceptions, that's a good question. I don't know. I mean, I guess it's the simple one you hear a lot of folks talking about.
Whoa. You gonna jump? Are you gonna get down?
You come? No? You stay there? It's ones that a lot of people talk about. A lot of that I've heard people talk about. Just the general stuff. It's not all like hunky-dory and magic and rainbows and happiness. It's like also, there's obviously the things you still have to do your taxes if you live on a bus, right? You still have to go to the laundromat. Normal. You still have to have a savings account. There's still things that you don't technically have to do, but there's still things that you can do. That you do that are very similar to a regular lifestyle.
Things are just maybe more complicated because of taxes and the fact that we don't really have home base.
Yeah, but I think the biggest benefit is that we just have the freedom to go where we want to go when we want to go there, which is great. That's what I love the most.
How was driving the bus, babe? Learning how to drive it. Whoa.
What? Who
how
said
was learning how to drive the bus? Jamie
H?
Jamie H, yeah.
The process of learning how to drive the bus. All right, so full disclosure, I had some experience driving bigger vehicles in the past and a variety of different things like motorcycles and go-karts and stuff like that. So I had some experience that was applicable in regards to learning how to drive it. Like the first few trips we took, I'm not going to lie.
Scary.
Scary. Let's just say I was high stress, high anxiety. I was really hugging turns and afraid I was gonna go into somebody else's lane and clip them.
And also the responsibility of you're driving our house.
Yeah,
literally,
that we just spent a year and a half on.
Yeah. If something were to happen to it, we wouldn't have anywhere to live. Yeah.
So yeah, it was pretty tough at first, but then after driving it for a couple months, it was just it was second nature. I mean, you could back that thing up with your eyes closed. So just take some practice. That's all.
Okay. I saw a really good question on here. A lot of people have been asking us about it on the same realm, I guess. Do you guys fight less not having a normal stresses of living in a normal house and living in close quarters? Make your marriage stronger, by Danielle Bonavia. So a lot of people ask us like how we
What?
I'm not. I think they're okay.
You put your shades on?
Okay, so
You
so
put
many
your
people ask us
Here.
like how we stay happy and like what happens if we need space, or what happens if we're arguing, or like oh, I think she has a poo. It smells quite bad here.
Oh, okay. You can take this. I'm gonna
No,
go change
don't
it.
leave me. I bought her a diaper.
I know, she threw it on the ground.
Okay, I was gonna say you can't. It was what if there's a question for you, but we're gonna sit here for like half an hour.
Yeah.
Okay, so we definitely have moments, and I think over time we've learned how to like move through those stressful periods. I think the things that we end up arguing the most about is when there's like a disconnect with our communication. So like if I say something and he thinks it's something else and I didn't realize he thinks it's something else, and I'm upset because he's not understanding what I'm saying with the
Because she
assumption.
doesn't explain.
No, I
She
explain.
doesn't explain well.
Whatever. Look, you're not in the video right now.
Love you, babe.
So communication is huge. Oh, that's a good noise. I do like that noise. Communication is our biggest, I think, pitfall from time to time. And like, I definitely think that we have figured out ways to let each other know. I had someone recently talk to me about like living in a small space. Like, what do you guys do when you need space? And so there's like a lot of things. I mean, obviously now I can't really go to the gym, but I was going to the gym and taking personal time for myself, and like getting away from both Justin and Azalea, which I think for any parent or like even single parent, it is really important to step away from your kids so that you can have that mental clarity to like think through your life again, and just like only be concerned about your personal well-being and not have to worry about somebody else because you know that they're taken care of. So taking time on your own to go somewhere and do an activity, whether it's the gym, a coffee shop, or the library. Obviously, in this situation, super hard because none of us can really go anywhere. But I think just going for a walk out in your neighborhood, or like going, if you have a trail nearby, or if you have a bike, get on your bike and just go somewhere. And just like getting out of the house is a really nice way to give each other distance so that you can like process what kind of disagreement or dispute you might be having, and not have to worry about staying in such a small space and like kind of butting heads for hours, because that can just get worse, I guess.
They haven't killed each other yet.
We haven't, and especially when Azalea is awake and around, I think we try and make it a point, if we're having a disagreement, to keep it, how do you describe? We try not to like get escalated in front of her. We definitely try and keep it like reasonable. Like to the point where we can have a conversation like civilized adults, as opposed to just like being so emotionally stressed out that we're just like yelling at each other. But we want to do a video. Azalea, come here, you want to sit with me? No, we want to do a video more about all of that, like how we manage being together and separate and all that kind of stuff, because I think it's important for people to know of different types of ways to manage each other's.
How do we do with each other?
How do we? Yeah.
It says, do we fight less not having normal stressors? Oh,
I don't know how to work this thing, man.
dang it, dudes.
I'm sorry.
Well,
what was the question? You should have read
I can't remember. All right, I don't even know.
I think you're too high up now.
Okay, yeah,
stop,
right.
Stop moving it. You're going so fast. Oh. Okay, yeah, I've seen some that we already went by.
Somebody.
What's your favorite coffee shop? Mine's McDonald's Coffee House, sometimes Starbucks. We like local coffee shops, I think, the best. I will go to Starbucks because it's reliable. I've recently had a lot of watery coffees, which is really quite disappointing, especially since I pay for a latte. So that's a bummer, but yeah.
I have one that I saw, but I can't find.
Well, what was it? Just say the question.
Somebody asked, what's our advice?
Come here, Azalea.
What's your advice for someone looking to start this lifestyle?
Answer that?
When? Today?
At the very beginning. something similar. Go for it. Answer it.
Yeah, maybe we did.
Answer it.
Well, I was just gonna say that if you're looking to go into this lifestyle, just to figure out what your why is, and I think I've said it before in one of the videos too, but you've got to figure out why you want to live that lifestyle. Honestly, for us, we figured out our why. Our why was a variety of things. We wanted to travel, and we wanted to cut on our bills and save money, and really have more time for the important stuff, which is family and life in general, and travel. Yeah.
Like more than just when we had a holiday.
Yeah, like more than just holiday travel. And so we got all of that plus more. And so we figured out our why. And in the end, after all that work and that time we spent, we got the why. And that was so rewarding. All right. Junior McBarry, I would love to know more of your recipes you create. Butternut squash soup. Thanks, Junior. We've got some more recipes coming. Babe, what's your next recipe?
I don't know. We've been kind of on hold that.
Sorry, we can't tell you it's a secret of it,
Yeah,
but it's coming
we
soon.
want to do more recipes, but we just haven't. I'm gonna off-road it.
Oh my God, babe, don't do that.
Why?
You're gonna tip over. Babes.
Okay. Oh, she didn't like it. Girl, I thought you were hardcore.
Rachel
yeah,
Jackson says, "Are you guys? Oh yeah, what's up with the recipes? When are we gonna get a new one?
Well, I don't know. We have to get a new one.
Babe.
We'll get a new one.
Get it together."
Get a new one soon. Yeah.
Rachel Jackson says, "Are you guys following a certain diet right now?"
Okay, so no. Straight to the point.
I would
guess.
say we are. It's called the healthy
Yeah,
eating diet.
Okay, come on, we'll do that.
It's like not just no, our diet isn't necessarily bogged down with these restrictions, but yet like it's just general all around like
Green,
good quality
veggie
food.
Yeah.
Yeah, it follows like one simple thing: ingest good quality food
Yeah.
with minimal ingredients that you don't need.
Yeah.
That's about it.
And so as far as like the vegan and all the labels or whatever, so I guess we'll just say we're vegetarian most of the time, and then on occasion have chicken and eggs. I guess eggs is vegetarian, which is weird. It should be meaty.
No.
Anyways.
Anyway. Oh man.
I need like binoculars. I can't see from all the way over here.
Oh, Don Murphy says,
My
Justin,
glasses.
when will you do the chop of the dreads? That's a good
Unknown.
question. My time is not yet here. That's all I can say. I
Yeah.
really, really love them, and so I'm going to keep them for a little
I think
while
every
longer.
dreadhead person just kind of goes with it until they're ready.
Yeah, my time's not here yet.
Go down a bit.
Someone said more cooking videos, Bebs.
Oh, okay.
No pressure.
You should see what Justin's cooking skills are all about.
Yeah, I'll show you how to cook eggs.
This
That's
one?
about it. Oh, I actually can do some really mean tacos too. Side note.
Azalea.
Oh my gosh,
You had a
Bebs.
banana. I'm sorry. She's just being crazy. We're trying to chill her out. Let's get this thing going. It's
What's
interesting reading you,
BF says, what's worst thing you guys had happen during travels? Ever any safety concerns?
No, we were asked to move one time. That was in one of our videos. We had to like stealth camp. That was just weird. It made us feel like somewhat uncomfortable to stay there, but then the worst that would have happened was that we would have just had to have left. And then like when we stay in back alley parking lots, some people have had police come, not for us, but like for other people.
Honestly, I've not seen any like safety concerns.
Yeah,
I mean, one
nothing
time we were
crazy,
staying in the
unsafe.
middle of the woods, and I like saw some bears when I was driving back
Did
to our
you? Which
location.
where?
The schoolie swarm. Remember I told you I saw those two bears? Yeah.
Yeah, no.
So
I didn't
that's
see them.
cool.
Yeah.
We
didn't even
haven't
see
been in
an
any.
alligator in
Yeah, we haven't been in any situations of safety concerns. You know, we always do like a external and internal check of the bus before we go somewhere. Like, I don't know. We've been really, really fortunate. I mean, knock on wood. I mean, there's always
Yeah.
situations that can happen, but in regards to safety and lack of safety, no. Like, you know, we're pretty smart in the decisions we make. I would like to say so.
I think so,
Right?
yeah.
And so we try to stay as
We
safe
learned
as
from
we
our
can.
past.
Yeah, that too.
Carol Cruz has a good question. How do you keep track of your finances?
Ooh.
And we want to make a video about this as well, but we'll tell you in a nutshell.
Side note, thanks Laura Reed for the support.
Indeed.
Thank you. So how do we keep up with the finances?
You do most of our personal stuff because my brain can only absorb so much financial stuff, and I do my business stuff, and so that's like I'm at capacity for my math skills there.
So as you probably know, Juby is the creative side, and I'm more of like the analytical numbers side, and so I enjoy working with the numbers. So I do our budgeting, and I use this website called Every Dollar.
Dave Ramsey's.
Yeah, Dave Ramsey put it together, and it's a way for you to. It's like really simple. I mean, it doesn't go nearly as deep as some of the other websites and apps that I've used before. But I use that to give us a budget and to keep up with how much money we spent in each category every month. And it also tells us how much excess we have at the end of the month. So any excess can go into savings. And so I've found that really, really helpful. Yeah. And so that's what I use. I mean, you can use just about anything, whether it's spreadsheet or there's a million different ones, websites that do the budgeting. I think honestly, it doesn't really matter what budgeting app or website you use. It's the fact that you do budget. Yeah, like if you don't budget, then you're at a loss. All your money. Yeah. So.
And then for us, I think if we save up front, then we generally save. Otherwise, it's hard to save because there's something you need to fix on the bus, or like. You went for an extra birthday dinner, and so you got like 2 pizzas instead of 1 or whatever. Like,
so like our savings happens as a direct draft, so we don't even have to mess with it. Yeah. So like if you set something like that up, like get it pulled out at the beginning of the month, and just know that that's going to happen and prepare for that. Then you won't end up spending it all.
But we definitely want to make a video about that to get more into the details. Go over it.
Ooh, here's a good one. Laura South says, "Does it cost a lot to maintain red pepper?" We haven't had too many issues with red pepper so far. I mean, like we just got the oil change, which I think they suggest doing it every 10,000 miles, which is a lot of miles. And that costs like $300. So, I mean, that was a little pricey for an oil change, but, another thing, I had to replace the temperature sensor, which is like $100, no big deal. And then like putting gas in the tank, that's reasonably expensive. We spend about like $150 a month when we're actually traveling. When we're not traveling, we don't spend near that much. Yeah. And so
the tires are expensive too. They're like $250 a pop. And there's 6.
Yeah, 6. So
and generally the like cars need to get kind of replaced all at the same time-ish.
Yeah. So it can be expensive to maintain a bus, no doubt, especially if regularly something's going wrong with the engine. But overall,
but then you have to consider it's like the same. Like if you were to own a house, you'd have to fix the HVAC, or like you'd have to get your roof repaired, or like there are certain things that you have to do when you own a house, which is essentially like owning a bus. You have those responsibilities that you have to take care of for your home. It's worth it when you can travel.
Yeah, and the costs are a lot less than what it would be for a house. That's for sure.
Hold on. Let's take your shoes off.
Can I help you with something?
No, I was going to show you a show of your toes. I don't know how much longer Azalea can handle this.
All right, Deanna Perez says, "Sending love from Mexico."
Yeah.
Love right back to you. Oh.
Yep.
Wait,
here,
no.
Azalea, you want to put some things in the bag? Yes. Yes. Let's see, what can we find? Ooh.
All right, babes, I need help.
Okay. You want to put this sticks in the bag with her?
Yeah. Do you want to pick a question? I just lost my place, and it totally screwed me up. I'm like,
it's very confusing.
Yeah. Okay. All right, go for it.
Justin, we need more beekeeping content. Get to it, babe.
Yeah, I know. Beekeeping season just ramped up, so I got you. Was that bee?
Yeah,
bee, I got you.
I don't know if it was my bee, our bee. Okay. Say hi to my son Josh. He loves you guys so much, and he's 7 and wants to live on a bus like Justin and Juby when he's older. Hi Josh, hope you're doing good, and bus life is awesome, so you should do it.
What else do we have?
Kudos for nursing in public. Awesome. Well, it doesn't really feel like I'm in public, but yeah, you're right. Thanks. I just nurse because, you know, it needs to be done. Although we're weaning her, so we're in a different phase.
Yeah, on the island.
What about for a single mother? Any suggestions?
Couldn't tell you.
For
right beside the
guess,
tree
space?
on the island.
What are you looking
At least
for?
they're supposed to be.
Are
Looking for the duck eggs. There's a duck nest of eggs around there. Are they still there?
Oh my god, did he jump? It's funny. Okay. Single mother suggestions. I don't know, that's tough. I would say make sure you have a good job so you can have the financial income to be able to have help. That's honestly the best thing. I have a different level of understanding and appreciation for single mothers and fathers because that is hard work, and I'm always impressed whenever I meet someone who's a single parent. So keep at it, stay strong, and things will eventually come to a place where you can afford help.
Oh my god, I got lost again. Sorry.
Wait, go back.
What?
Oh, it is B. It is RB. Juby, I think Luca and you need to compare armpit hairiness. Thanks, B.
Luca's her brother.
I actually haven't seen his armpit hair.
Here's a good one. Phyllis says, did you guys stock up on the quarantine?
Not really. We're kind of low on food. I mean, we have potatoes.
I mean, we didn't go too crazy. I mean, you can still go to the grocery store and they have most stuff. I mean, what's the deal with this toilet paper thing?
I don't
Seriously?
know.
Like, I haven't been able to find toilet paper anywhere. This is absurd. This is absolutely absurd.
It is crazy.
I'm obviously very upset about it.
From everything that we've been hearing, it sounds like they're obviously not going to stop you from going to the store. I think my only concern is that, like, you know, from what we heard on NPR this morning about, like, the farmers and the growers, like, because of all of that and the close quarters that they work in, and all the produce that they're touching and stuff, that, you know, makes me a little bit nervous that produce might be impacted a bit. But you don't know until it happens, you know?
Until then, I got some really fancy napkins.
Yeah, but we compost anyways on toilet paper, so it's not like it goes down the drain.
Alina V, thank you for the love and support.
Yeah.
We appreciate it. Thank you.
Life in the woods. What did our families think?
All right, who is that? Carla K. Fox says, what did your families think when you decided to live in a bus?
That we were weird and different.
I don't know. Yeah, probably, but for the most part, my family was pretty supportive.
Yeah.
I mean, they knew I was going to do whatever I was going to do, so they're like, well, there's no point in...
Yeah, I think they've accepted it now.
Yeah. Is that it?
I'm just watching her. Yeah.
What is it?
I think we're going to have to go soon, you guys. Azalea is definitely losing her cool. Let's do another 7 minutes. If we can make it to an hour, let's. But we're here for you guys. Does your water supply ever get low on the road? Yes, there have definitely been days when we've run out of water and haven't been able to fill up until like a day later or like the next night or whatever. So it would mean that we just don't have the dishes done, and you know, we can't really wash our faces and bathe Azalea, but we have baby wipes, and normally it's just for like a day, if that. That we don't have water, but we have about 100 gallons, and that normally lasts us for like maybe 2 weeks. Depends how much we shower and how much we, you know, do the dishes and all that kind of stuff. So it varies, but about 2 weeks. So crazy with it. Like,
somebody said, here's one. AMNCU. What is the most healing honey?
I
can't pronounce it, but what is the most healing honey? Thank you for the question. So there's most honey, I would say almost all honey has some healing properties about it. Honey can be used, it used to be used as a bandage of sorts. And there's this one type of honey that people sell for, it's ridiculously expensive, called Manuka honey, which has some really amazingly healing properties. And so that's a really, really good one as well. So if you ever get your hands on it, I believe it's from the Manuka plant, was just grown primarily in Australia. So that's definitely a healing honey.
Laura Smith, why baby nugget a cream egg?
Ooh.
Do you even know what that is? I don't think they sell those here in the States.
No, they totally sell
Do
those. I
they?
have those.
Okay.
Hey, Zaza, you want a cream egg?
I didn't used to like them, and then I kind of started to get down with them. But did you guys freak out when you heard about the virus? A little bit.
A little bit, baby, for real.
A little bit. No, I was definitely anxious in my mind. I was like, oh my God, we're not going to be able to go to the dentist. What if I get a cavity? And like, what if something happens to Azalea? And like, we're not going to be able to go west. We had definitely all went through all our emotions. And like, initially it was just kind of like fear of like the unknown. And then anxiety and all these different feelings towards, you know, what was happening, and then the more serious and come together to do the best we can to push through it and get past it. And, you know, who knows, maybe in a month, 2 months, the end of the year, next year, I don't know when, but we'll all look back and be like, oh, that was a thing of the past.
I think so too.
Yeah, so it's definitely not easy times, but we're all going through it. So yeah, not freaking out as much anymore, which is a nice feeling.
Constanza Crutchfield, what made you want to be a beekeeper? So, because bees are freaking awesome.
That's it?
No,
So you're
just
going to give
kidding.
him?
No. I started when I graduated college. I had taken a class in beekeeping. And then they were just like, I was working on this food truck after college, not really knowing my direction. And this opportunity landed in my lap to research honeybees. And so I tried it. And I got stung a lot. I wasn't a very good beekeeper, but over time I stuck with it and kept practicing it. And then like honing my skills and learning more and recognizing how important bees were for our environment and how we needed people to step up and do what they could to support them, and try to figure out answers to some of the issues that they were having, but at the same time teach and advocate for honeybees. And so that really kind of, that just, for me, it turned into my passion over time as I continually worked with them and learned more about them. And then thus it was. I became Justin the bee guy.
Just put it on her own personal mission. Oh, you went away from my comment. I was
Oh,
asking.
shoot.
Someone was asking about morning rituals and seeing about if I could do a video about like yoga and meditation and stuff.
Yeah.
So I don't really have a morning ritual, and if I do anything in the morning, it normally lasts for about like 2 minutes before Azalea is awake. But I could definitely figure out about putting together something about like my yoga flow, and yeah, all that kind of stuff. Work on it.
Rohina N said, what kind of music are you guys listening to? Love you. Big love, Rohina.
There's no one genre.
Oh.
There's so many genres. We're
Funk.
definitely different, but we love each other's music.
Funk it up.
He's all the funk, the soul, R&B, and like he loves people singing and like, you know.
Reggae too. Reggae's good, but
all of that.
Also jazz.
Yeah, I like jazz.
Jazz is a good one. Like the kind of
like
jazz
Miles
that
Davis
you hear.
Kind of jazz.
Yeah, but also the kind that you listen to in an elevator.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna turn that off. I'm okay with that.
Not the
you know,
jazz
when I'm in a
that stresses
mood,
me out.
when I'm in a mood and I'm in the car and I gotta listen to elevator music, sometimes that chills me out. Like when they were announcing coronavirus,
traffic.
I was listening to the press conference and then I turned it to like some smooth jazz to you know, chill me out.
No. And for me, I'm a little bit more like down tempo, electronica, ambient. Okay, but you can't play with these. Yeah, that's kind of my genre. More like techno-y house kind of music. Yeah, I try and put a little bit of both of what we love in. Oh, you just threw my food.
Wow.
That's harsh, man.
Somebody said Tosh Sultana, which
oh my God, she's
great.
Yeah. She's just wonderful. Also like a really cool person. Oh, and like I've also been secretly obsessing like 14-year-old girl about about Billie Eilish. She's just a badass.
I go on our YouTube page and like it's completely covered with suggestions on Billie Eilish. I'm just so inspired
by her because she's so uniquely herself and like has true like just love for what she loves and doesn't care about anything else in the world. And like I think that's awesome. I don't love all her music. There's definitely only like a few songs that I love, but like she's cool.
BF said,
and she's so with it at such a young age. Like, what was I doing?
Wait, where did it go? BF said funk is my middle name.
Yeah.
Or maybe my last name.
Oh my gosh.
What?
Okay. No, she's so loud. What made it? Okay, wait. Constanza. What made us want to create a YouTube channel? Well, so the YouTube channel initially started with I just wanted to document my travels with my short bus doing in my business world. So I was like going to festivals and stuff, and I was using just the GoPro to like document all those adventures. So I had them on Vimeo, and nobody was watching them. And then like I realized eventually that like YouTube was where it's at. So I moved all those videos to YouTube and created a channel there for my business. And then eventually it became like, well, we're just gonna keep converting buses. So we want to document the second bus that we were going to convert in more detail. Because we also showed the other bus conversion, just like short videos with just music and all that. And anyways, so yeah, after that we were like started to grow with our following and our subscribers, and just loved creating this community and sharing the videos. And then eventually when Azalea came, it was just fun to have as, you know, way to remember and like document how goofy she is. And she's so special. So yeah, it just sort of like happened, I guess. Yeah.
Dude, so Theo and Charisse are, did I read that right, babes?
I think so.
They said, love you guys so much. Just wanted to say thanks for the diaper hookup.
Oh, yeah.
We got ours yesterday and love them.
I'm
Honestly,
glad you love your diapers.
I
love our diapers too.
can't even like.
We would love to have done cloth diapers, but realistically, like we don't even wash our clothes enough. So to have like dirty cloth diapers sitting inside the bus for like days until we have to go to the laundromat was just not practical for our lifestyle. So diaper, I have a link for it in my bio, Juliana.Yasmin on Instagram, so you can click and learn about it there. But it's an awesome brand, and it's all biodegradable diapers, basically. So like you don't have to feel so guilty making so many poopy diapers.
And let's be serious, when you got to clean up the poos when they start getting older than one, you need a good solid diaper.
Yeah. Well,
those poos are gnarly.
Also, I just realized they do briefs, which is awesome because I think we're getting to the brief age.
Yeah, we are.
But yeah, diaper is awesome. We really like them. And then they send you like carbon, is it carbon monoxide or dioxide?
Carbon offset,
like the footprint, like how much like
carbon you're offsetting by using their diapers. Anyway, it's like a really
cool.
Sustainably minded company.
Yeah.
And when you got to use a bunch of diapers and you have to throw them away multiple a day, like you might as well do it in the best, most sustainable way that you can.
Yeah.
And what means you have, because like you said, we can't just sit here and just like scrub cloth diapers all day with poop all over.
It's just not realistic. I think we're gonna have to wrap it up, you guys.
Let's go down and do a couple more.
Losing her mind over here.
Let's just do a couple more down at the bottom. Down at the bottom.
Wait.
Okay, that one. Okay.
Okay, Stephanie H. Hey, Justin and Juby. Hope you're doing well and staying healthy. Juby, what were your biggest struggles being pregnant whilst traveling? So actually, I wasn't really traveling whenever we had Azalea. I was living in the bus, and at the beginning, it was really difficult because we didn't have insulation on the ceiling. So it was super hot, and I was getting super hot, and I definitely was grateful when we installed our insulation. That was a big project. But I think just making sure that you stay cool if you're living in a hot environment, and whenever we were living in the tiny house, like just easy access to the bedroom, bathroom area, I think is a big thing to think about if you're going to be pregnant on the bus. Just because, you need that relationship, bathroom, bedroom, through the night, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I think being pregnant wouldn't be too much of an issue.
Gail Infinita says, do you guys recommend some books that have to do with your lifestyle?
Sure. We're outside right now from the bus, but we would love to show you some of the books that we have read.
Probably do an Instagram post on that.
Yeah, we can. I have a kombucha book that I love for my kombucha brewing, which I just started back up, which I'm excited about. And Body into Balance has been a really good book. I don't like the way it's like structured as far as like, you know, the written information and then the like images and stuff. It kind of is confusing for me, but the actual meat of it is quite helpful. So I've been reading that, and it's been really good about herbalism and things like that, which I've been really into as of late. What books have you been into, babe?
I've been reading this one called Honeybee Democracy. It's a little bit dense, but it's really, really good. It talks about how honeybees, you assume that the queen makes all the decisions in the hive, but in actuality, most of the decisions are made by the female worker bees. So it's actually, they work as like a democratic unit. It's really, really interesting. So that's a good one. Another one that I did was, what's the name of that one that Ben suggested to me? The Go-Giver. That's a really good one. The
That
Go-Giver.
sounded interesting. I
Definitely check that out. It really kind of opens up your eyes to be a giver and just live life in a way that gives you a big heart. And in everything that you do in business and in life, like the more that you give, I believe the more that you will receive, essentially. Now,
wait, there was one question, because I feel like a lot of people ask me this, and I don't want to be misconstrued, I guess. Jill, Juby, will you be making more jewelry videos? So here's the thing with my jewelry making, is I would love to continue making jewelry, but for right now I put that on hold. So my business has become more of, I make apothecary goods, like a small collection of products that I use on a daily basis, but still want to also expand to include other people's goods. So basically everything has like become more of like maker, support maker kind of network. So I've been sourcing other designers, makers, metalsmiths as far as jewelry goes. So if you see something that's for sale on the website, there are a few things that are still my old pieces that I had made whenever I did have the jewelry bench in the bus. But we removed the bench because Azalea was climbing all over it. It became kind of unsafe. And then I just was finding myself never with time. So I haven't really got a future right now as far as jewelry making videos goes. Until we maybe set up a home space and I can have a studio again to make jewelry on the side. But for now, if you see jewelry and all that from my business, it's primarily because I'm supporting other makers and helping them to grow their businesses as well. Okay, so do you want to answer like 3 more? Okay, 3 more questions, you guys. We love you. We wish we could answer all of them, but Azalea is getting so lit right now. They tell you she sucked on a coffee ice cube yesterday, and after that, she was so fired up.
Yeah, it was a coffee ice cube.
I know, but it wasn't my fault. She took it from me. I was like, well, okay.
Donna Laura said, greetings from Italy. Sending you guys love.
Yeah, we hope you guys are well.
From Italy, we send you guys really big love and support too. Stay strong out there.
What is this one? I'm trying to read this one. Did you suffer from forgetfulness after your baby girl was born? From Morgan. I think I'm just naturally forgetful, but yeah, my memory is definitely not so great. And actually, I could tell that when I was pregnant, it was a bit like, oh, scatterbrained. Okay, can you talk about your tattoos? That's like the 2nd or 3rd time I've been asking about that. Here, you hold it. You only have one?
So you say that to go first.
You want to make it quick?
Yeah, so with mine, Juby designed mine for me. And she designed in it the queen bee in the center. And also the sun design on the outside. And we had some similar ones here.
I'm the moon and he's the sun.
Yeah. And yeah, I don't know. She put in some aspects of it I like, and she also took some of the Moonflower Child designs and kind of plugged those in there too. And so I don't really like it. I haven't really thought about getting another one, but I don't know. Who knows?
Whoa.
And you, Babs?
Yeah. Okay, so I have a few more. I forget how many exactly. But, so you saw that one. I have this one, and then I have the words, which says today's history, tomorrow's a mystery. And I moved the words around because I wanted to remind myself that today is the day that you have to make your history. So as opposed to not forgetting to live in the moment, but just like remembering, because I look a lot to the past. And all the mistakes and good things that have happened. So I like to know that the past that I look at is going to be a good past. And so today is the day that you can create that for yourself. This was my first tattoo I ever got. And it's just like a Mexican emblem. And each triangle represents somebody that I love. And then I just got these bands by a friend of ours who also actually lives in a bus. And these 3 lines. 3 is a big number in my life. And yeah, I never used to like odd numbers, and now it's my favorite. And then it's kind of difficult to show you. I have also one on my back and a big one on my side, and then my birthday in Roman numerals on my ankle. I can probably try to show you. Here, can you see it?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like a representation of myself, and like my heritage and like where I grew up and all that kind of stuff, and like balance and the things that I like in life. So yeah, I've got that one, and then the one down my side is like a seed down here, and then the tree that blooms, kind of representing the fact that you start from nowhere and become whatever it is that you want to be, and it can bloom into however big you want to be. So yeah.
Wrap it up.
Let's wrap it up. We love you guys so much. We wish we could stay here forever.
Can you guys tell that we're like
it's a bit stressful. Today we went to the Home Depot to get supplies, and Azalea was driving us crazy.
We're trying to build this kind of sort of custom design on this whole like outdoor table.
Yeah.
And man,
we're so used to laying everything out and like thinking it through and
being
like,
able to concentrate on it,
and like staying in the Home Depot for like hours. But she is a little like stressful.
Honestly, the amount of patience. To all mothers and fathers out there, like we give you mad props. Crazy amount of patience that you do. Unreal. What do you have to say?
I don't know, man. We're really grateful that you guys took time in your day. You can even hear me. Really grateful that you took time in your day to sit here and watch us do crazy things and talk about our life, and hopefully keep you guys in a good mood, inspire you to see life a little differently, especially with everything that's going on right now. And just to stay hopeful, because I know from all of you all around the world that, I don't know, it's crazy right now, and just, it's going to be okay. This too shall pass.
Yeah. And side note too, thank you guys for the support and the love. We appreciate you guys following us and giving us the, just the words of support that you have. We hope that we could bring you guys a little smile today, and we hope that each one of you guys can just keep your head up. It's some crazy and wild times right now, and so...
Stop, Azalea. I don't want you to hit me. Don't hit, please. She's fiery today. This is the side of her that you normally don't really see so much on the YouTube. Just because she's always, she's always in a good mood most of the time.
Normally in a good mood. Oh my gosh. Well, with that, guys. Have you got a surprise tomorrow?
What is tomorrow?
Sunday.
What is happening on Sunday? Oh, were we going to do that tomorrow? Or were we going to keep it? I mean, we didn't really film much, but just went.
Okay. We may have a surprise for you guys tomorrow. We'll see.
Stay tuned. Either way, we're really excited. The next video is a day in the life of Azalea whilst in self-quarantine mode.
All right, Zakin, say bye. Say bye.
We hope you guys have a nice weekend, and stay safe, stay well, and we care about you, so
don't forget to smile.
Do smile. Remember to smile.
We'll see you guys soon. Take care.
Arrivederci. Пока. До свидания.
До свидания.
So long, folks.
Adios.
So long.